I am a biotechnology postgraduate and I got a paid ESG internship. No MBA, no finance, no connections, no sustainability background, and just pure hard work. And I want to tell you how I did it. So, recently, a lot of you have been asking me that despite being from biotech, how you got into ESG, what was the reason, and how can you get into ESG even from being biology background, from life sciences. So yes, this video is for all those problems, right? So I think I need to tell you a short story so that you can get a better idea that how I got into ESG. Okay, so as I have told you in my previous videos also, I have done my bachelor's from Dayal Singh College, Delhi University, and bachelor's in life sciences, right? So then I joined societies there, and the society was Connecting Dreams Foundation, where I did a lot of social entrepreneurship work, right? For example, I helped poor potters gain a market. I helped women to sell their handmade tote bags. Then we used to visit slums, NGOs, orphanages, uh, and help underprivileged children. Okay, we used to do different activities so that we can really help the poor. I used to do all these things. Then I was also a part of this United Nation initiative, that is Girl Up Femina, where I used to do pad donation drives. We used to basically advocate for women's rights, and we used to really see that all the women's problems are being addressed. Okay, then then I was also a part of Pehchan Street School. I did an HR internship at Pehchan Street School, where I used to hire teachers and many educators for underprivileged children, right? So that they can get free education for them, because education is a right for all. And yes, at Pehchan Street School we used to do that for the underprivileged children, right? Then I did a summer internship at Central Pollution Control Board, where I worked on two things. As you know, I am from the research background, so yes, research is my strength. So yes, I did research on air pollution and water pollution in Delhi, and we found out the reasons, causes, effects of that. Okay, then air pollution, where we visited the CPCB, and I saw the particulate matter 2.5 in real, and it is so, like, it is so sad how the kind of air we are breathing in Delhi, like it is so toxic. Like PM 2.5, it contains lot of metals, harmful toxic metals, lead, arsenic, and whatnot, that we are breathing every day. And I really worked on that. Then water pollution, measuring the biological oxygen demand, the total dissolved solutes, then the chemical oxygen demand. All these things we used to measure, and I worked on that. And the reasons for the contamination of the Yamuna River, right? We used to work on that. So yes, then after that internship I got into my masters at Terry School of Advanced Studies, masters in biotechnology. I took biotechnology because biotech has the power to solve real world problems, right? So yes, biotech was good, it is really good, and biotech has a lot of scope, some for someone who wants to go into research, who wants to pursue research. Okay, so yes, it is a very good course. Then yes, being at Terry, I got a chance to be volunteering at the World Sustainable Development Summit, and I worked as a repertoire, where I there was a session on building agri stacks, and yes, I worked as a repertoire there. Then it was really good experience being at WSDS, because I got to meet such stalwarts like the president of World Bank, Jim Ski of IPCC, then Vibha Dhawan ma'am, our director general of Terry. So yes, it was a really good experience. I got to learn a lot, like yes, so the kind of atmosphere that Terry provides, like even if you do not want to get into sustainability, eventually I think every student is a sustainability enthusiast at Terry, because we talk so much about sustainability that knowingly or unknowingly, you will be a part of this sustainability, right? So yes, it has been a great platform to learn, because every day there is some or the other conference where you are going, learning, speakers are coming, then you learn, you take notes every day. Teachers of the other courses, they're also very welcoming, and whenever you have doubt regarding anything, you can go there. And even if you are from other course, right, you are from other course but you still want to pursue the subjects of the different course, then you are open to take those subjects, like I did. Like in my last semester, I took that course of integrated impact assessment, where we learned a lot of things like life cycle assessment, techno-economic analysis, then GIS, remote sensing. All these skills matter, okay? All these skills matter a lot, right? So then I got an opportunity to do an internship at Jawaharlal Nehru University, one of the most renowned universities in the world, where I worked on reducing the toxicity levels of anthrax vaccine using aptamers, right? And so yes, one fine day I was working in the lab, and yes, I was using those pipettes, those everyday things that we use in the biotech lab. I think all the biotech students are very much aware of all the experimental devices we need, all the material we need, right? So yes, I was working on something, an experiment of mine, and then I noticed that we are disposing all the plastic. See, in the lab there is a lot of use of plastic, and we are disposing it and we are not using it again. So we are promoting the concept of single use plastics, right? The hand gloves we wear, we dispose them immediately, right? So there was a lot of waste generation, and one thing that clicked me, because as you know, I am a Terry student, so it is very much imbibed in me to see sustainability everywhere, right? As I said. So yes, that was a turning point. That was an ick, that okay, we are doing research and that's for the good, but at the same time we are generating so much of waste that I really need to solve this problem, right? So yes, I thought that I need to get into this sustainability field. And then one fine day, I was just scrolling mindlessly on LinkedIn, and I came across a post of United Nations Global Compact Network India of the ESG and Leadership Summit at PhD House. Right. So yes, I attended that. I was just experimenting. Like it was not much of any use of me, because I'm from biotech and ESG is a totally different ball game. So yeah, I was just scrolling and I went there and I really liked it. You see, ESG right now it's not just a choice, it's a necessity for business these days, right? So yes, I got interested. Then there was a second edition of that same UNGCNI Leadership Summit, and I volunteered at that. And I think it was a great opportunity. I volunteered it there at the UNGCNI Summit, and I got to learn a lot of things from there. My curiosity was sparked, and I started just reading about ESG. Right, I started just learning the basics of ESG, and yes, it really got me interested, learning about ESG. And the thing is, see, if you are a biotech student, be it bachelor's or postgraduate, you see, you really need to make a decision and take your call, right? For example, if you want to go into research, you really have to be passionate about it, right? Because PhD is of 5 years. It's not that you are doing it just for fun. You really got to have that passion and fire in you to pursue research, right? Because it takes a lot of your time and it has to be something meaningful, right? It's not that you are just wasting your time, right? So if you want to pursue research, then you really need to know the why, how, and from where, right? So yes, to be honest, according to me, research in India, it is, I think, not at that much level. Like research in India needs to be improved, okay? Many of you may disagree or agree, but it's just my personal opinion that research in India has a long way to go, okay? So, research in abroad, it is so much developed, and there is work life balance. so much. But in India, I think the plight of PhD scholars, I don't know, it's not that much good, right? So yes, I took a decision that okay, I don't want to do this PhD. And I'm not criticizing anyone who wants to do research is going to pursue a PhD. It's just that everyone had different priorities in life, and we really have to think ahead, like 5 years down the line, where you see yourself, right? You got to take that decision. It's totally your choice. But it's just that it did not align with my plan of work. So yeah, I thought that okay, if not research, then what? Then yes, I found an answer in sustainability. I found that ESG is good, it has a good scope, and green jobs are increasing. So yes, I took that call, right? So all in all, this story is over. And the whole gist of the story is that I was not hired because of my degree. I was not. See, you can be of any degree and hired in ESG. Just I was hired because of my knowledge of sustainability. I was hired because of my passion for sustainability, then my analytical mindset and my proof of work. See, ESG gave the language to the work that I've already been doing, right? For the environment, for the social sector, I've always been working without even knowing that in the future I will be going into that field, right? So I sow the seeds very early, but I reaped the results very late, right? So yeah, you gotta keep working hard. You don't know when it just clicks, that one thing that you really wanted. So yes, if you are from any backgrounds, be it science, arts, commerce, or biotech or biology student, you are from any field, see, you can enter this field if you have the skills and the curiosity and the exposure and the mindset. And if okay, so these are the things that really are the ingredients to get yourself started into ESG. Okay, so yes, there are many, and students were also asking that where do we start. So okay, there are many free courses available of ESG, and paid also on the Udemy, Coursera. So yes, if you really want to know about how to start in ESG and how to build your career in that, then comment ESG and definitely I'm going to make another video on this. Till that, I hope you got inspired by my journey. I'm not here to boast about all the achievements and all the things that I did. It's just that there are many students like me who are from biology, who are from life sciences, who are from biotech, and they don't know the path they should take if not research, right? It's a student, because see, we have this idea that only engineering students who can do coding, who can do Python and all that will get good jobs, right? But it's not the case in 2026. If you have the skills and knowledge and the curiosity and passion, then I think you can enter any field that you want, right? So yes, this is my message for all the students who are stuck between research or take another path, that yes, there is a path. So yes, thank you so much. And if you want to know more about ESG, then comment ESG. Thank you so much. Stay tuned with Biotalks with Swasti.